Yo, good day, and welcome to another live episode from the Southern Detailers Conference. Brad and I are just having tons of fun talking to vendors and detailers. It's just been a really good couple days, and we've even done a little bit of training. But we have a phenomenal guest, David Pedre from
Thank you.
Pro Products. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, you'll
Glad
need to
to hear
make
it.
sure you put that up
All
closer
right.
because otherwise nobody will hear you. So,
Fair enough.
you said you had a face like for radio, but man, I don't know, you look pretty good.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they let
Thank
us
you.
on here, so whatever.
I mean,
Look,
we're probably
you know,
good at the face of
middle-aged Charlie Brown over here, and then
I want to tape of this so I can give it to my wife so she understands that it's not for radio, I guess, right?
There you go,
That's
baby.
it, baby.
I told you I could
That's
be a
it.
star.
yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
Pro Products, man, you guys are one of the oldest, been around the block, but you guys still keep innovating, and that's what I think is cool about it. So let's talk about some of what you guys have done in the last couple of years, some of the things you've brought on, and how that's going to change the industry or enhance it.
Well, we want to be a part of the industry and be recognized as a product that revolutionizes and also evolves. And we can take a base of what we've done. All of our products are made in-house.
Yep.
We are right from up the road in Florence, Kentucky. Everything's made here in America. We take pride in being able to make a shift on a moment's notice. If there's anything wrong, we can go ahead and take care of it.
Yep.
We can go ahead and make any changes to formulation to make sure it works. So being able to do that, coatings are the next latest, greatest. So
Yeah.
we figured, hey, we got to get in the game. We want to come out with a good, solid product that is not a marketing thing. It's something that I can put in your hands, and you can put quality and be assured that it's going to work for you and your customer.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? There's a lot of people coming out with the ceramic coatings. And yesterday I walked over, I'm like, hey, do you guys have any ceramic coatings? They're like, actually, we do, right? So we got Synergy Wheel, Synergy Trim,
Synergy glass, and then just Synergy paint.
Synergy
Now,
paint.
So
Go ahead.
let's talk about some of these now. Now I'm gonna go full honest here. I've had one of these in my hands for over a year.
Well,
Because
thanks
I got
for
one.
sharing.
So how did it work for you?
It worked good. It worked
Thanks for
really good.
sharing.
So I want to talk about what a lot of times when we talk about ceramics, the
Mhm.
things that I look at are ease of application, process of application. Are we 1, 2, 3 rags like 5 years ago, or are we one at a time? And then the other thing is longevity. Everybody asks about longevity. It also depends on use. I don't care if it's a 10-year ceramic. If you drive 200,000 miles a year, it's not going to last. But the thing I like about this is you're explaining something that I was going to key in on. It's different ceramics for different applications.
Correct.
A glass ceramic, I think, is a wonderful thing. I think it's actually the future of stuff. So let's talk about those things, like the difference between them, and then.
Well, they're you have to research all the surfaces you're going to be going on and realizing what is porous, what is not porous, what has to be applied in a way where it gets into every nook and cranny, so to speak.
Yeah.
And we have worked with independent detailers. We have tried these products out, have them tested to make sure that we hit on some of those points. Ease of use.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy to use. It's not rocket science as far as the application is concerned. Do your work, prep your surface, make sure it's a virgin surface, very clean surface, so that once you put it on there, there's no issues.
Right.
There's no issues with adherence or anything to that effect. Longevity. You're looking, the one that they really look for longevity on is the paint.
Yes,
That's
yes.
probably what it is. We have a solid 2-year coating. However, in our testing and in some of the vehicles we do have it on, it's gone past the 2 years with no loss of hydrophobicity.
Wow.
So, are we going to go and put out, hey, 3-year coating, 5-year coating? No, we're going to give you what I'm comfortable, what John is comfortable with. This is a solid 2-year coating that you can apply, easy, quick, economically, and also efficiently. You can top it with itself, but there's no real need to. On the trim, we have to make sure that it works with the plastics. Material on cars nowadays are ever changing. And so what we're trying to do is make sure that it works with everything that we can put it on, and make sure that you have a good user experience and you don't come back and say, hey,
Yeah. And I think the nice part about breaking up the products is it's a different blend. It's a different mix for each of the applications. I mean, I remember the first time I saw a ceramic coating several years ago, we put it on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. Same paint, we didn't put it on the glass. I didn't even think about that. But same trim things, but oh man, you can wipe it on the seats. And I look back at that now and I'm like, that car's messed up because it's not flexible.
Absolutely.
It's not flexible. Don't put it on the leather.
That's what always made me wonder.
So
I'm like,
when you talk to somebody that's an expert in those areas, that's where you need to break it down. So like, for instance, you've got a glass coating versus like, let's say a trim coating. Let's say I'll give you a scenario. We're doing headlights.
Okay.
We're going to polish them out. We all know they're plastic. Mm-hmm. So what are you going to put on it for a ceramic? Glass or trim?
I would put the trim.
Yep.
The reason I would put the trim is because it's designed for a plastic surface, not a glass surface.
Correct.
By the same token, that coating on a windshield will typically, in my testing and in our testing, will degrade faster than the other coatings. Why? Because of the abrasion of the wipers eventually as you're in a rainy area. More often than not, that would be where you would get a little bit of degradation, but it's not going to be a degradation where it's going to look like garbage.
Right.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes a lot of sense.
I think those are the perfect example because the bonding agents in those two totally work differently. Correct. If you put a glass coating on plastic, it's not going to bond like it's supposed to, and vice versa.
Correct.
The plastics are different. They're more of a porous surface. They have more little nooks and crannies, to your point.
They also have to gas out.
Yeah,
so you have that interaction that kind of throws you a curveball. You really have to go back to the drawing board and go to the chemist and say, this is what it's going on.
Yep.
And this is the physical properties of that material. So let's make sure that we're on point.
So let's talk the paint, because that's the one everybody's used to. Paint, ceramic, ease of application. Is this a certified training or is this put it on like everybody else? And
I can only speak from my experience. I've been in it long enough where I've touched a good amount of the products in the market today. Easy application, standard application, make sure everything is set, make sure everything is corrected the way you want it to based on the service you sold to your customer. Ease of application following it. Once your prep is done, your surface sprays and all that kind of stuff, get that surface prep perfectly, put it on, and you're done. Is it certified? No. You do not have to come into a $2,000 certification course and do that.
Okay.
It's part of our training. When we do training, we partner with our distributors.
Right.
And we pick a spot, whether it's at their place or at a detailer's place who is a pro guy. And then what we do is we will go and basically take you through the whole product line, take you through everything on pro. You will be pro certified, so to speak. And also that will include the training for the coatings, any and all. In addition to, we have the ability to give you the IDA training as well.
Yeah.
I am a recognized trainer with the IDA, been it for a long time with them. And we have a certified training center by the IDA, or IDA certified training center. So we do that on a per needed or per request basis.
Okay.
Always available.
Oh, that's cool.
So let's talk dwell time. I know that's a big thing in the industry. How fast or how long can I leave this on before I wipe it off? Is this a one panel off, or is this a front of the half, cut back of the half?
When I train and when we train, we want to train everyone one panel at a time.
Yep.
Okay. Easier to control your work area, easier to make sure it's dialed in to where it needs to be, and easier for you to just say, okay, that's done, move on to the next one, and then you work in an organized fashion, hopefully an efficient fashion as well. Dwell time, it's your typical wait for the rainbow effect on the flash and go and take it off there. That will, for the most part, give you a quick recognizability of whether it's got a high spot or not. You can go correct it. Easier to correct one panel than to correct the whole side of the car.
Sir.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That's how I learned how to do it in the first place, and so I'm comfortable with that. Is this product something that I can, while it's still in that flash point, can I take a wet microfiber and knock it down a little, or is this I wait till it's dry and then knock it down?
I would wait till it's dry. Yep. Anytime you take anything that would mess
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah.
the adhesion
Mhm.
and or the chemical breakup of the product. Not a good thing.
Yeah, because it's still
that
in the
makes
off-gassing
sense.
process. I think about it from a painter's perspective, and I'm
Okay.
like, if I spray clear on something and it starts to run, you want to reach in and grab that, but you're
Yeah,
going to make it
exactly.
worse.
Yep.
Keep your hand out of the way, let it dry, correct it afterwards.
Correct. Exactly.
So, and obviously, I'm going to throw in the caveat of every single company that's here that you'll ever find. It also depends on your environment, the humidity,
Absolutely.
and
Yes.
the dew point. Watch those things, learn weather, because the dew point is super important when it comes to humidity. And sometimes you can get in a perfect environment and something will flash faster or slower than it's supposed to. And don't think that it's a bad product. Look at your environment first. If I'm in a high humidity, high dew point, and I put something on and it's hot, it's in the afternoon, it may flash faster.
Right.
That product may go slower. And that's off-gassing with anything. I don't care if that's a top coat or it's anything. You got to watch your products. I always suggest to people trying out a new product or anything, get a bottle of this stuff. It's a cheap investment. Buy it and then test it out on something. Put it on your own car, your kid's car, the neighbor's car.
Right.
Offer a customer a special deal and see how it works.
Right.
And talk to these guys. Call them on the phone. They are really super easy to talk to. They're all very approachable. They have whatever personality to fit your needs, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
You know how it is. When you work in the field, you got to adapt to 75 people, whereas 75 people adapt to one. So that's the way I've always looked at it. I think that I used to be a detailer way back in the day. And one of the things that we always did when you're learning or when you're just reacting to something, it's like, oh my God, this product sucks. Never really looked at why. So maybe it was me, maybe it was the environment, maybe it was something within my control, or maybe it's something I can say, ain't gonna work today, gotta go wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that is huge to be able to understand your surroundings. There's apps on the phones that'll tell you dew points and everything when you're working. One thing I can tell you, this does not require heat lamps, it doesn't require infrared lamps. It's a very nice, easy product to do, or easy product to use. It's very cost efficient in comparison to a lot of the other stuff in the market today. So what we want to do is just make sure that what we bring to the customer, it's accessible.
Yeah.
It's easy to use. And there's an 800 number on the back of every bottle, of every product that we have. Anybody who wants to reach out and say, hey, I'm in XYZ part of the U.S. or the region, whatever you want to call it, they will send you to whoever's responsible for that area.
Yeah.
And, don't call me on humidity. I'm only in Florida. We don't know that.
You don't know what you want.
Well, that's what it's ironic because in Idaho we are usually maybe 14% humidity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's totally different in Idaho.
Absolutely.
It's a super dry climate, and we get a very, very what I call searing heat. When it's hot, it's 100 degrees, and you can feel it right now. And it is intense. It's like your hand on a stove versus just kind of an all-over boil like when you're in Florida or Tennessee.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's different, and I think those things are there. Now, you guys have I would call it a sister product to this ceramic coating, which is the Synergy Ceramic Spray.
The Ceramic Spray Detailer is a solid product for, and I haven't seen or heard this word used quite often lately. I've seen it more in the past. Was the topper.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I got to put the topper on it. The Synergy Detailer Spray. It is a ceramic-based detailer spray. It would work as a quote-unquote topper.
Right?
Anytime I've trained someone in these, and in my own testing, we actually did it on customers' cars in the shop that I use for testing. We only used the ceramic spray detailer only prior to delivery. So after we cured this particular shop, they cure everything overnight.
Yeah.
So when they come back the next morning to pick it up, I made sure that, hey, let's just make sure that there's no dust, no fingerprints, nothing's left behind before we turn it in. He usually offers a bottle to the customer for their own maintenance.
Yeah.
It's an easy to use product that puts what you're looking for on the car as far as protection. I just like to say one thing: it's not a force field.
No,
Right,
and it's
okay.
not. It's not.
Yes.
People sometimes look at it as that. The quote-unquote uneducated public says, "Oh yeah, I want this because I'm never going to have to wash it again," and one of that stuff.
No.
Any of those toppers, I think people don't realize what they're for. They're there to increase the hydrophobicity.
Correct.
They are there to increase in just to enhance the shine,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a finishing off product. Some people use them as a drying agent, and that's
Right.
fine. But that is something for me myself. I apply it every time,
Absolutely.
even if it's just it's a weekly. I'm going to do a rinseless wash, and I apply some kind of a topper, some kind of a ceramic spray over the top. But it's literally just to enhance it, and it's a short term. I always look at it and go, if it rains tomorrow, that's etched, it's gone.
Yeah.
For the most part,
It's
yes.
going to help keep it cleaner a little bit, but you're going to have to. It's a regular maintenance product.
Right.
It is just like you use soap every time you wash a car. I'm going to use that every time.
Exactly, and it's the bird bombs you can get off the car so it doesn't damage anything.
Yeah.
It's just a great all around product that gives you certain benefits to either what you applied or what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Make the car shiny before a show. Make the car shiny before you go on a date with your wife or whatever. Knock it out. I don't have to go through a full car wash.
Yeah.
We also use it as one of our rinseless wash applications. Boom, drying aid, knock it out.
Yeah.
Puts a little bit of protection on there to your next maintenance wash.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I like them when I'm doing a maintenance in between, and I like to do the products which I watch people spray the product on and they use so much product that it goes everywhere and half of it beads up and runs off.
Right.
And I really like to put it on the towel itself.
Yes.
And then wipe it on because you can control it more. You're using less product, and to me, it goes on smoother, and I can control how much is in an area. It doesn't roll under and stick somewhere. So anyway, little tricks.
And it doesn't roll off.
Yeah, talk to these guys. Go talk to them. This is one of those. Jackie Orlando is one of the reps for Pro.
Absolutely.
You can talk to Jackie. She's a wonderful resource. She's super approachable. She's got a great personality, and if that meets your needs, then talk to Jackie and do that. She's that. The other product you guys brought over here is your Synergy Surface Prep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a lot of people understand what a surface prep does for them.
Basically, what you're looking at is that there's a lot of guys that go out there and then they get that IPA and then mix it with the water, and it's got to do the math. Okay, 3 ounces to whatever. This is a product that a lot of people have seen out there in whatever capacity, whatever company it is. One thing I can say in my testing, not because I work for Pro, but for the fact that it has a long work time. It's not a fast flashing one. It actually allows you time to work that product in and clean the surface. We were doing a demo this morning, and one of the attendees was like, why is it not flashing? I'm like, well, it's giving you work time.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want to be able to clean, not chase it and chase it and chase
Yeah.
it. So it's a really good cleaning. Surfactant content on there is excellent so that you can prep your surface prior to the application of whatever coating wherever.
Right. Because
That's
again,
awesome.
for those people that are watching this that may or may not be a professional detailer, I like to call it a naked surface. You want to start the substrate naked. You want it to have everything off of it, and it is something that you need to get it there, because if there's some kind of residue, a silicone, an oil, a bird dropping or something, and then you start working that material, you're just spreading that out and you're just furthering that contamination.
Yeah.
And products like this help get to that. You don't always need to go something that's really harsh or acid based or fallout or anything like that. So these things are obviously every chemical you need to wear protection. We recommend you wear protection with anything, but these are a little less damaging, I will say.
Yeah.
And so you want to read all the instructions. Go and read these guys have some nice numbers on the side. They've got all the warnings and everything on the back. You can call your safety data sheets and everything. These guys are really keen on that. And it helps you. Go to their prowax.com, ask the questions, learn the products you're putting on the cars, because then that only enhances your knowledge and it makes you more of an expert to your customers.
When anyone goes online to purchase on our website, we make sure that you get an email from whether John Bell, the president owner of the company, or myself or anyone, and we give them the product bulletin. So it gives them, even aside from the label on the product with all the California stuff and everything, we give them the information of anything that they're going to encounter or need to know about the product. I will say, if you're working with coatings or any chemical, but with these particular things that are highly susceptible to dirt, grime, oil, whatever, rubber gloves.
Yeah.
Preferably a mask of some type of, not a big respirator or whatever, but just a mask to protect you, because anything we ingest in our body is damaging, it's a chemical.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So the better you take protection for yourself, the better you're working every day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Well, man, we appreciate you
Yeah,
taking a
man.
minute.
Thank
You know,
anytime, brother.
you're over there working with Jackie and the team, and just appreciate you taking a moment to talk to us.
I
Guys,
appreciate you giving us the time. Thank
If you haven't connected with Pro Products, they have a phenomenal team. They have a phenomenal line of products. They're actually going to be, if you're at Southern Detailers Conference, they're going to be giving away this entire line of ceramic coatings.
Yep.
So they're going to be
Good-
doing that at
good
3.
stuff.
So if you by chance are watching this and you come down, make sure to go get connected. And I still think maybe you need to like put on a purple wig or something so that you get more of the attention.
No,
that's all right.
We walked in the show on setup day, and every single person's like, "Where's Jackie?
Where's Jackie?
Yeah.
Where's Jackie?
And, who? Oh, yeah, the girl with the purple and pink." I'm like,
Yeah.
she'll be around soon. She's a great person.
She
She's
is
really,
super
really
nice.
phenomenal and,
Yeah.
runs a really nice business. And
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
thank God that she has allowed us to help her in her business, and that's really cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool. So,
Yeah.
guys, thank you so much. I guess we may be live
We're
a little
tuning
bit
in
later
We're
on.
going to be
so-
live again, and we'll be around. Hit us up for questions, and make sure you like, follow, subscribe, Pro Products, and Zenware, and RoadFS.
RoadFS.
Thank
See you later.